Hello and welcome back to the Mystic Syndicate. I'm your Dungeon Master Brian Anderson, and once again we are here with our 25th episode. The 25th episode of the Ambassadors to the Barbarian Kings homebrew campaign. And with me as always are our intrepid adventurers. Guys, want to give us an introduction to yourselves?
I'm Shane, playing Sir Cleric, Sir Apton, the Cleric. Cleric's not his name.
Christy playing Athena, the shifter fighter.
All right, so here we are. Excellent, excellent. Hey, look at that. Gosh, Shane's following us with one viewer. Thanks, Shane.
Guess who that viewer is?
Huh,
Is me.
Wonder who that is. Gosh, that's awesome. All right, so here we are once again, bringing you mirth and merriment and Dungeons and Dragons lore. Unfortunately, we missed you all last week. I was feeling under the weather, not doing well. Did not have COVID. Do not worry. I think, what was it? Christy here accused me of partying too hard on my birthday weekend and was kind of giving me a ribbing about that. But that's cool. It's cool. I got your number. I know where your character is.
True.
It's right here on this map. Getting ready to get the shit beat. No, I'm sorry. No. But yeah, I was under the weather, so we didn't get a chance to do it last week. So we are picking it up today. So I'm trying to think. Is there anyone who would like to give the recap from last week? Or 2 weeks ago.
Birthday boy should do it.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So when we last left our adventurers, they had been cast out of the city of Amarillo after a short and kind of an unfriendly trial after their bar fight incident in which they killed a half-Goliath who, from what was a throwback to Athena's past, this actual brute was a part of the attack that had killed her family and left her an orphan. And so she was able to extract her revenge upon him. And in doing so, she was arrested along with Sir Apton, the cleric. And they ended up spending the night in prison. They had their trial. They were banished from the city and cast out onto the road with just their horses. And sadly enough, most, or actually all of their money was confiscated. And so they are now kind of along the road without any coin. Now, I think you did pick up a little bit of coin. I think after you had dispatched the Revenant, who had made his debut the last time. If you remember, this was the dead that had rose up to exact revenge against Apton. After he slayed them using dark magics along the road way back in, I believe it was probably like episode 12 or 13 or something. So it's been a while since we've seen this. But it happened. And so after that, they had buried the Revenant and proceeded up the lonely, dark, forested road to the north, where they found... Right as day was coming to a close, they found a mysterious shack, a cabin off the side of the road. Athena and Apton went in and were greeted by from what they gather, the homeowner and a very large dog. After they were served tarts and tea, Apton was overcome by the drugs that were in the tarts and tea, and he fell into a deep sleep where it had the reverse effect on Athena, and she became sort of hyper sort of hyper knowledged, well, maybe not knowledged,
Okay.
or at least aware, and started to notice that there was a slight change in both the lady of the house and the dog, and they started to turn into monsters. They immediately rush to the door where, Athena picks up Apton, rushes to the door, opens the door, and there's a person getting ready to knock on the door, another weary traveler. She pushes her way past, screaming at them to run for their lives. And she jumps to her horse, grabs the reins of Apton's horse, and flies up the road to the north. All the while, she can hear the anguished cries and screams of the person she left behind at the doorstep.
I warned him.
She warned them. She did. Later, she was able to revive Apton probably about 5 miles up the road when they felt that they were out of danger. And so here we are. Once again. In the woods, in the dark, scary forest. So
I think we just slept.
yeah, I think you all decided to set up tents on the side of the road and try to get at least some rest. That is true. So you all have had a long rest, and you awake the next morning somewhat refreshed, but also kind of freaked out. Apton, you not so much as Athena. You really didn't really remember too much of the night before because of the drugged food, where Athena was she was visibly shaken by the events that had taken place. So, what are you planning on doing? What is your next step?
Move along.
Move along. Okay. So, yeah, let me bring you all up to speed on
I
the
don't
map.
remember this being called the Trail of Tears. Just got to keep on walking.
Gotta just keep on going, boys and girls. All right. So, last evening...
Sure you don't want to go back and slaughter them or something now?
That's too far for that.
They're probably still sitting at the house. I mean, so... Okay, let's go then.
Okay. So, I'll show you here on the map where we are at. Now, you all had traveled a pretty far piece, and from where we left off, I believe this is the area where the house was. And you all had made it up to here and were camping in the woods off of the road here. You still have a pretty far ways to go, all the way up to Tal Aska. From there, you will make your way to Gildenhan, and that is where you are to meet your ranger guides, who are going to take you through the Wood Elf realm and into the Velvet Empire. You are so close to your goal. Interesting. Interesting if you pull it back and find out exactly where they started, which was way over here, down here in Greyhawk, in the Free City. And they've made it all the way here, and it's been many, many months. Many weeks that it's taken you to get to this point.
25 weeks.
Yeah, loads of fun, huh? All right, so you all, it is daytime. You can now hear the animals, or the chirping of birds and daytime animals, which you have grown used to since your time here in the Vesvi forest. And you continue to make your way along the lonely, dark road. Every once in a while, though, you have started to see a sort of a pickup In traffic, what you gather is traffic coming from Talaska to the north. Some people are actually making their way down this road, and every once in a while you will pass travelers with carts. Some of them wave to you, while others just kind of keep their hoods down and avoid eye contact.
I will be trying to warn people about the little crack shack.
The crack.
They wave and they're nice enough. I'm gonna tell them to avoid the house.
It's like, watch out for any weird houses on the side of the road. And as you continue along, you start to have this feeling that
Night's coming.
you
Good night.
the as you get closer and closer, or you get further and farther up the road away from your original starting point, the animals are still daytime animals, but they start to get quieter and quieter. As you reach about this point in your travel, as you reach that bend, and as you start to go forward, you realize that stretching over the roadway ahead of you is this great marble archway. It's a large stone archway that comes up and over. And you see on this archway are runes that are cut into the stone. And these stones are glowing a sort of a bright greenish color in the dark. And if anyone, I'm sure Apton, you do have either a knowledge arcana or knowledge religion.
I'll try both. I'll try religion first.
Okay. It doesn't seem to strike your. Neither of you are very aware of what you are seeing, unfortunately.
Arcana, not much better.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately not really at all.
Boy, crit fumble on knowledge religion.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But it's okay. It's fine. So as you pass on, or as you get closer to the archway, the light in the runes start to glow brighter and brighter as you get closer and closer, until you finally pass under the archway. And I'm going to now switch over to our wonderful Roll20 map. All right.
Another fight already.
Don't forget to share it with us.
I will make sure to share it with you, because that's important. And that's what a good dungeon master does.
I thought he just likes us to go in blind.
You know me, I just like to throw you couple of bones in there and see what you think, see what happens. Alrighty, so here is, you guys can see the map, I guess?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so you can see that the archway is right here. And as you will make your way closer and under it, you roll a perception check.
Let's see if I can not crit fumble this shit. Well, she did. I didn't.
So as you pass under it, you really don't.
Oh, pretty.
You really don't notice anything or anything except that, Apton, you realize that immediately, as soon as you pass under the arch, the sound of the forest creatures immediately dies down to an actual silence. And and even the horses, you see that the horses are physically spooked by this. And as you do, you can start to hear this creaking noise of something bending trees coming through the woods towards you. And as you are searching left to right, trying to to use your light source. And Athena, you're trying to use your dark vision to the best of your abilities. You see this creature make its way out of the wood line and start to make its way towards the
I
road.
see it.
Can you see it?
I see it.
Okay.
And now,
And so what
fish.
you're actually seeing is it looks to be some sort of awakened tree. If you go ahead and make an arcane knowledge check.
This doesn't go very well for me, these arcane knowledge.
It's not a good night for the arcane knowledge. So, Athena,
Hers was better than
you had
mine.
an idea that but you first mistaken this creature for a treant. But you notice one thing about this plant that sets it aside is not as large as your regular, or like a large treant. And this one has like glowing yellow eyes.
It's the baby.
Yeah.
Are treants good?
Treants, I believe, can be, but you are kind of the belief that this is not one of those.
Well, I figured that. I was just wondering if, because you said, at first I thought it was a treant. I was wondering if they were just
Right,
good, and then I'm like, okay, this one doesn't look like it because it looks more bad than
right,
good.
exactly. Okay. Alrighty. So,
Initiative.
yeah, this is it. From what you gather, though, you don't really feel that it is. You just have a feeling that it's probably not evil, but there is definitely something about it that is making you. You do feel that it is aggressive in nature, and so what we need to do is roll initiative. Make sure to click on yourself when you roll. And I will bring up the timer sheet. All right. Now, while this is all going on, you can also hear. And why is it that Athena is in here twice?
She's somehow
What?
mental.
No.
I don't know. It should be the 12.
Okay, so I will get rid of that one. That is no problem. Okay, so here.
It only showed up once on me.
Okay, so let me make sure there's anything. Okay, so here we go. So, Apton, both of you are still on horseback, but this thing is now in the road, and it is making its way towards you, but you have the initiative. What is it that you're planning on doing? And panicking is an option.
Going to. You said it doesn't seem aggressive, right? Like, obviously, it must see us.
Yes, it definitely does see you. And it does seem to be. You're not really too sure if it's aggressive or not, but it is advancing towards you.
I'm going to hold my turn, but I'm going to try and speak with it. I'm going to say, or I'm going to. Yeah, are you friendly? Where are you? Do you want to hurt us? Phasma's coming out.
We're playing Phasmophobia with the woodland creatures. I love it.
Mm-hmm. That'd actually be an interesting board game.
This one.
I'm going to hail it and say, "Hello there."
Okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi reference, always seems to work.
Right. you hear it sort of make this kind of grinding noise where it's like, but you're not really too sure what it is. Do any of y'all speak Sylvan?
No.
Squeak, squeak, you mean?
Yeah. Squeak, squeak. No. Yeah, so unfortunately, you're not able to really pick out what this thing is saying, but as you call out to it and you are not able to understand or answer back in a tongue that it understands, it immediately draws from its own bark this large wooden club.
Well, I guess that means it's aggressive.
That means it's party time.
Actually, can I, instead of holding my turn, take it?
Well, yeah, you can take it at any time.
I'm going to I'm going to draw my mace
Okay.
and then resheath it. Or, well, sheath the mace. Reholster it,
Okay. Yeah.
restow it, to kind of try and... Because obviously I don't talk to it, and if I am going to have to fight it, I'm not going to really use my mace anyways. So at least maybe if it understands that I'm trying not to start shit.
Okay. You don't really know if it takes your actions. You're not really. You can't really. It doesn't like actually have like a face. It just has sort of a.
Has eyes.
Yeah.
Yellow eyes.
Yes. Kind of strange yellow eyes.
No facial expression.
Right. Let's see if I can actually.
But does it sheath its weapon?
No, it does not.
Alright, so it didn't take the hint.
No, it didn't. So, Athena, what are you going to do?
Get off my horse this time.
Okay. So you actually dismount, and you. What would you like to do? You can
Probably-
you can rush up to it and make one attack, or you can take a 5-foot step and hold. What would you like to do? Or you can throw a dagger, or because I know you like to do that.
I kind of just want to hold in case it's really not gonna attack us.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get ready to where I can pull out my weapon any second.
Okay. So as you step out, as you step off your horse and ready yourself, make a perception check.
Both of us or just her?
Just her.
Hopefully this one works. I gotta find it home.
Perceptive. There you
Oh,
go.
Very nice. Extremely perceptive. So as your boots touch down on the ground, you turn to pull your weapon, and you realize that the runes on the backside of this archway are now glowing red.
Oh, great! More protection runes that are
And you
and
also
something in and something out.
and you also hear something moving through the trees to your left, but you do not see anything yet because of the dense forest that
So-
you are in.
That being said, could I actually take a step like back here?
Yeah, you can always take a step.
Or-
Yeah, you can take a 5-foot
I-
step back.
Move my horse back so that I can be like next to Apton, but on this side of the.
Yeah, you would. You could move your horse out of the way, but that would take up your whole entire turn.
Well, that's fine because I wasn't planning on attacking anyway.
Okay.
I want to position myself where the horse is behind me, but I'm closer to Apton.
Okay, so you want to transpose yourself like so.
Right.
Okay, so cool. Alrighty, that works. Actually, what we'll do,
That way, if it gets close enough to attack Apton, I can attack my
Yeah.
opportunity attack.
we can move your horse this way in case you have to jump up on it and make a speedy retreat.
Sure.
Okay, very good. Alrighty.
So we all know I apparently make retreats.
Right. Okay, so Let me just check really, really quickly what this, what my fun. Oh, okay. Wow. It's actually very speedy. So it is actually going to rush up on its turn and go 5, 10, 15. And it is going to actually attack you, Athena, with its large club.
Well, now it just fucked up.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense?
No. The runes aren't protecting if it can get to us.
All right. Unfortunately, no only
Negative
rolled
return.
an 8, and that is definitely not going to hit. So what are you planning on doing?
Probably not get out of the way.
Okay.
I think my opportunity thing only works if it's attacking somebody else.
Okay. Right. Yeah, it's only attacking you.
Right, so hold on, let me. It's attack against a target other than me, yeah. So I can't use my reaction to make anything, so.
Right. Okay,
It's not my
so
turn yet.
we are now up at the top. Apton, you are still on horse. You can attempt to either dismount or you can actually try to attack it from your horse, but you will have to do so at a disadvantage.
Even if it does magic,
I'm sorry?
She's asking you if I use magic.
Oh, no, if you use magic, you won't have to, but if you're doing a physical attack.
I was going to say, because you can do magic from anywhere.
Right.
It's a tree-ish thing. Do any of my spells do fire damage?
Do you have a fire spell?
I don't think I do. I think mine's all radiant, which I don't think is considered fire. Roll against target dim light. That. I will go ahead and use Guiding Bolt,
Okay.
which is +8 to hit against touch AC, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. A flashlight on a hit. One action. Doesn't say if it's to touch AC. A flashlight strikes crush creature makes a ranged spell attack against the target. So, no, it's not.
Okay. Unfortunately, that will not hit.
You son of a bitch.
Okay, Athena, what are you planning on doing?
I'm swing my sword.
I need to start learning more languages, man.
I would too, but it's like every time I think, oh, well, if I learn this language, it would be cool. He throws a different language at us. I'm like, well,
That's how the world works.
yeah.
Unfortunately, Athena, that does not work. It literally just bounces off of its tree bark hide. And this time it returns your attack. And this time... Oh, wait, you get 2 attacks, do you not?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should do
I'm going to
your
try
second
again.
attack. That will hit. That's a crit.
Thank you.
That is a crit as well.
2d6 plus 5.
Nice. Okay, you do realize we're using the so you get automatically full.
So 29 damage.
Yeah. Okay, so you did 29. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it a lot. Why can't I click on my little icon monster? There.
You
okay.
put him under the...
I did, didn't I? Yep. Dang it. You know what? That is actually
delete it.
supposed to be in the map layer.
Just delete it. We'll pretend it's still there.
Nope. I took care of it. I am a master
of dungeons.
So we had, you took 29 off of it? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. It is now going to return its attack upon you. First attack being, because it also gets 2, a 9 on the first one.
No.
And oh, that was not what I wanted to roll. That was 3d4. No, I don't know why I did that. Why did I roll that? Okay, hold on a minute. What did I do? Oh, that's the damage. Oh, that's extra damage. Oh, I'm sorry. I was rolling the wrong dang thing. Can you believe it? You better.
I think we should put those numbers anyway because I like those.
No, we're gonna have
the
to.
Guy who says he's a master.
I am, man. Okay, so why is it doing that? Okay, hold on one moment because this just doesn't make sense. Where's my magic? Oh, dang! Here it is. Sorry, guys. All right, here is the first attack. It's an 18.
Who's that going after?
That's after Athena.
It just hits.
Okay. Right, and then it is going to do 12 points of damage. And it is a magic club, and so it is going to also do another 9 points of damage on top of that. That's the first attack.
How bad are you looking?
Okay. So the next attack is an 8. So it misses. So very good. All right. So we're back up at the top with Apton. So yes. So to kind of give you an idea of what you were looking at, your first attack hits very well. The second one kind of bounced off of its hard bark-like shell, and then it hit you viciously with its club. And the second one you were able to wheel around very quickly and parry the next club attack. And so we are back up at the top with Cleric Apton. That's Sir Cleric Apton to you folks at home.
Yeah. Yeah, you peasantries. Seeing it slap Athena as much as it did, I'm going to throw myself upon it and use Inflict Wounds as a level 3 spell.
Okay.
So it's against its touch AC.
Okay. Being that it has natural armor, it does not have a touch AC.
Well,
so
but
I wish you the best of luck.
What does that mean?
Unfortunately, that will not hit.
God damn it. Touch AC is if it's wearing armor, it bypasses the armor and uses just its natural armor class, like if it's dexterity and plus 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
But a creature that is suited in natural armor, it does not have that because it is like a 360 sort of. There's no real chink in the armor per se. All right.
Right.
So we are at. So did you say you jumped off your horse onto the top of it?
Yep.
Okay, I would also like for you to make either like an acrobatics check to see if you land well.
I'm go with acrobatics because my athletics is worse.
Yeah, do the acrobatics.
I have to grab him and run again.
Okay, damn. Okay, so yeah, you reach out, you touch this thing, but as you do, you realize that you weren't able to do that much, and you sort of grab onto it and swing around, and you end up actually behind it.
Oh, I was going to help you tell me I was going to stick my little mouse in his face.
Isn't your mouse what in its face?
My little mouse furries.
Your mouse Johnson? Your mouse balls?
Right in that little eye hole thing he's got there.
Okay. That's sick. Okay, fine. You're a sick person. Alrighty. So Athena.
So now we're technically flanking him. So
yes.
I get advantage.
Yes.
All right.
Reach out and touch these nuts.
Let's try again. See what happens.
Another crit.
Nice.
Holy shit.
You're doing good tonight.
So that was 2d6 plus 5.
So 17 plus 12, so another 29 damage.
Wow, that is excellent.
Now, with the flanking doesn't do anything since that
you don't need it because you critted. So no.
Okay.
Right.
So
Okay.
now I get to hit him again.
Yes.
Crit again. I'm pulling the plug on your computer.
No, unfortunately, did not work.
Do I get to advantage on that one?
Oh, actually, yeah.
Unfortunately, even with advantage, you still were unable to match its armor class.
Better a miss than a fumble.
That is true. Okay.
Shifting.
So it is now the creature's turn, and it is going to continue its assault upon Athena. And let us see how it does. First attack is a miss. Are you using a two-handed weapon or are you using a shield and sword?
He's using a two-handed weapon.
Two-handed weapon. So yeah, you are able to block this attack. And the second one is a 17, which I believe you were able to parry that as well. Or did it hit you?
Do I win ties?
What's your armor class?
17.
No, it hits you.
Yeah, it hit you, unfortunately. I'm sorry. And so you will take 10 points of damage, and then the magic will kick in and do another 9 points of damage. So it's another 19 points. Are you okay?
How you doing?
She looks bad. She's got her tongue stuck out. I don't know what that means.
Where are you at?
20.
You're fine.
As long as it doesn't hit you again.
Just walk it off. You'll be okay. Okay, so we're back up at the top with Apton. You are now behind the creature. And I need you to roll a perception check. Okay. You now hear off to your right in the woods, you start to hear noises of something coming through the brush to your right. Okay.
Why gotta be this way, man? Just why? Alright. Which do I want to do? I want to do this one just because it seemed like it would be fun, and I never got to do it. Any idea on what the weather's like?
You are not really too sure because you have no way of being able to see the sky because of the canopy above you.
I think this one might make more sense to do. All right, I'm going.
It'd be really nice if we had like somebody that had the thing called Fireball going now.
Fireball. you need a wizard.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah,
do you want to set up your aura for that?
Yeah.
Cool. Very nice.
And reach out and this, and I'm gonna do it in color. Do I do it? I'm gonna do red, because red means you gonna die, bitch.
Okay, so he needs to make a DC 16 Wisdom save?
He needs to make a DC 16 Wisdom save, correct?
Unfortunately, he failed.
Unfortunately for who?
For me.
So he's going to take 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay. Okay, wow, that is very good. I mean, this thing is looking actually pretty poorly. Like it is probably very close to either disintegration or destruction. So,
And
and
I'm going to creature and see within range. I'm going to cast Healing Word as a bonus action
okay,
on Athena.
awesome.
So she will take 2d4 plus 5 healing. So she takes 12.
Nice.
Or gets 12.
That is excellent.
Good. Thank you.
All right, Athena, it is your turn.
Is it really? All right.
Okay. You act surprised.
Did I hit?
That
only
is
one hit.
definitely a hit.
Actually, you should have rolled twice just in case you critted.
Do you want me to try it? Roll again? Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay, so
sure. All right, let's see if I crit.
And you didn't
no.
crit.
I didn't crit.
Okay.
So she does 10
So, but your
damage.
first one definitely did hit, and as you do so, you sort of do one of those interesting. Actually, I'm going to let you tell me how you kill this thing. I'm going to leave it up to your creative spark to put some flavor into this for us. How are you going to take it out?
How tall is it?
It's the same height as you. It is a medium-sized creature.
Okay, then I will turn my sword around and hold it with both hands up next to my head and stab it in the eye.
Okay, so wow. All right. So yes, you pull back with your two-handed. Is this a like a broadsword or
Great
something?
sword.
It's a great sword, and Athena thrusts it into the darkened section where the glowing yellow eyes reside, and she pierces through, and you can actually see the blade pierce through the back. Apton, as you're standing there watching, you see the sword slice through the back of this tree being, and you see it lose its ability to stand, and it crashes to the ground and falls over. And so it dies. And actually it starts to fall apart into sort of like a sawdust. So
Can I sift through to see if there's any gems or anything?
yeah, you can go ahead and do that, but even as this is occurring, you hear this other creature coming through the forest to your left.
My right, her left.
Yep. And it finally clears the wood line, and you see another one of these woodland these.
Make a wisdom savings throw.
Okay, I shall do so.
Now, see, I had time to just kind of sift through to see if there was any gems in there, like the glowing eyes or anything special.
Sure, I can give you a little bit of information on them. These things.
I think she's looking for loot.
Yeah, no, I understand what the dealio is.
Or now.
Yeah, and
Take any.
yeah. And unfortunately, you find really nothing of any worth at all with these things. And
Worthless.
yeah, they're absolutely. The more you kind of look at them, you realize that maybe these are just guardians of something. So I need to make a
16 wisdom savings throw.
all right. 13. What are we doing?
Taking 3d8 damage.
Okay.
So 8.
Uh, 8 damage. Very nice. Okay, so we are going to have, being that this is a new creature, we are going to roll initiative once again. So I'm going to clear all of our And we can do our new initiatives. Make sure to click on yourself before you click on the initiative button.
Ugh.
All right. And so here we are with our new initiative.
So are we taking that as that was him stepping into it and now it's his turn and he goes again? Or
He made his presence known and he stepped into it, and so it went ahead and took the damage, and it is his turn.
he rolls again.
Okay. So this time, this one is actually going to attack its nearest target, which it's going to take a 5-foot step and hit you, Apton. It's going to try to attack you. You don't know if it will actually do so or not, but you never know. It could happen, right? An 18?
That'll hit.
Will that strike you down, sir?
It will. And I will be taking Wrath of Storm.
Okay. Well, you took 13 damage and then another 9 on top of that. For
21?
its magic. Yes.
All right. Wrath of Storm.
Uh-huh.
He makes a dexterity savings throw of 16.
Okay. He did not make it.
All right, so he's going to take 2d8 damage, but I'm going to go ahead and channel Divinity to max out the damage, so he's going to take 16.
Okay.
And I also have an ability. I will read it to you. Where is it? Because I have this, and I did not remember to ever use it.
You should be using it.
Yeah, well, they don't make it to where everything's easy to find on here. Why don't they put it on? It's whenever I deal lightning damage to something or thunder damage, I can make it move. I believe it's 5 or 10 feet. I can push it away.
Okay. Do you have that
Suppose.
anywhere?
You want to push it closer to me?
When you deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, you can also push it up to 10 feet away from you.
Okay. That's good.
So I'm going to push it.
Because remember, you're pushing it away from you. You can't push it perpendicular to you.
Yeah. So I'm going to push it up the road.
Okay. And how many feet are you pushing it?
10 feet.
So 5, 10. Okay. Very good. I like it. Looks cool. All right. Okay. Very nice.
Are you still on your feet?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's not like totally tore up. Okay, Athena, it is your turn.
All right. Hold on.
Let's go. Kill it. Kill it.
I can't. You threw it all the way up there.
Well, if it hit me again, I probably would have died.
Yeah, mouse folk go splat.
Did it do its oh no, it's when it starts its turn in it. So on its turn it has to make the save.
Right.
Guardians is like one of the best fucking abilities, I think.
So, if I move closer to it, that takes one of my attacks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make your move, and you'll be able to make. You can charge it and make one attack.
Okay. Well, actually, I get 2, but
Okay.
So.
Yeah, but if you charge it, you can only make one attack.
Right. Well, I also am shifted, so I get to make one of those too.
Okay.
She gets to bite as a bonus
okay.
action.
Very good.
Chompy chomp.
Okay. That'll hit. Okay, very good. And unarmed strike. Is that your bite?
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Nice.
For 6.
And then I have a second wind. You can use a bonus reaction to regain 1d10 plus 6 HP.
Okay,
That work?
nice.
Yep. So you gain 8 health.
Very good.
All right.
Okay.
Now I'm ready.
Okay. Apton, it is now your turn.
Is it?
It is. Isn't that
Oh shit, that's right, because I did that shit on his turn.
right?
Bitch. I'm gonna use Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom 16 savings throw.
Okay. Wisdom 16 savings throw. It got a 20.
Well, aren't you special? Is this half damage? You must roll. Nope,
No. Sorry.
that would be too overpowered.
Yes, probably so. Okay, so it's the beginning of his turn. He has to make a wisdom saving throw again.
Of 16, correct.
Okay. Oh, so he didn't make it. So what is that?
20 damage.
20? Okay, he's going to soak 10 of that because he has regeneration. So he's going to soak 10 of that.
That's alright.
Okay.
It's free 10 damage.
And it's going to attack Athena
Of course.
because you're like the closest and most dangerous one.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm sorry, did you want it to rush past her and attack you? So
Actually, yes, because
yeah.
then she gets an
Yeah,
attack
of opportunity.
opportunity.
Okay, first one is a miss, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one's a 22, so that is definitely going to hit. It
Yes.
will do 17 points of damage with an additional 9 for its magic.
So 26.
Okay, so very good.
How you doing?
14.
Alright. Well, it's your turn.
Yes, it is your turn. Now you can do a full
Revenge.
attack.
Which is 3 attacks.
Alright, hold on.
That is going to miss.
Hold on.
She's got superiority dice, which she can add to make it where it'll hit. Well, increase the chances of it hitting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a 1d8 or is it a 1d6?
I'm looking. Alright. Precision attack. I can experience to add it to the roll. Okay, so add 1d8 to the roll. So we're gonna add that.
Okay, so that'll hit.
That's what I thought.
Okay, very good.
Let's go again. This is still alive.
Yes. That'll hit. Okay, very good.
Still alive?
Yes. But just barely.
Reach out and bite face.
And that will miss, unfortunately.
Wait.
She's gonna use another superiority dice. 17.
That'll miss. I am sorry.
Even an 18?
Hmm?
18?
You threw another.
How many times can you
I have 4.
Oh,
I
so you
just
can
used
use
2
it.
more.
So you can use it
Hold on.
up to
You have
4.
4 spirited dice, which you do. It's spirited dice spin when you use it. You regain all of your when you short or long rest. You gain another one at 7.
Right, but look, I only used it 3 times so far.
I know. We're just making sure you can keep adding on to it, which I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if I think it would be considered a different attack. I don't think you can
Oh.
double them up.
Can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Boy,
It was
then my bite doesn't work.
I'm sorry. Okay, so Apton, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna do Word of Radiance, which means he is going to make a 16 Constitution savings throw.
Okay, needs a Constitution savings throw.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Maybe not. I'm not gonna do that one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Apparently it's got a 5-foot radius, which is weird. A 5-foot range, which is weird.
Oh, that is
So
that
we'll
is
do
weird.
Toll the Dead, which is gonna be 16 Wisdom.
Okay. Okay.
Combo breaker.
So that's 2.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here. Really?
But that is all you needed to drop this creature. So it
2d12. 2d12. I roll a 1 and a 1.
And as you ring this bell, and because I guess it's a physical bell that you have, in the
You point at one creature within range, and the sound of a
bell?
glorious bell fills the air around it for a moment.
Okay, so as you hear this bell, it goes off. You see this a young woman bound out of the woods to your north and to the left, and makes her way to the road. And she is yelling at you in, from what you gather, is Elvish. And she's waving her arms like this as she is approaching you. What do you?
Wait, like what? Do it again.
Wait, stop. She's waving her arms.
Yeah, she's waving her, and she's yelling at you in Elvish, which of course you can't understand.
Squeak,
and
squeak, motherfucker.
as she gets to the fallen wood and falls to her knees and tries to, and she's looking at it and trying to. You see her trying to cast some sort of spell upon it, but it fails. It fails. And so...
She's a day late and a dollar short.
Yeah. So I'm going to now switch back to our regular scheduled programming.
Is this your way of saying that she's not fighting us?
No, she isn't. She looks up at you with sort of alarm, and then looking over you quickly, she stands up and dusts herself off, and she says, "Didn't you read? Can't you read the runes?"
Have you thought of maybe putting it in common?
She looks.
The common language everybody speaks.
She said, "You are in Elven lands. You should know Elvish."
I'm gonna squeak at her.
I said, "Squeak all you want."
You are in woodlands. You should speak squeak squeak.
She says, "Do not test me. Yes, you may have been able to defeat my guardians, but you will not have as much luck, that same luck with me, sir."
So what does it say?
It's been a long ride.
Oh, and where are you from?
Greyhawk.
And so why are you upon this road?
We are diplomats.
They send diplomats who can't speak Elvish. Oh my gosh, what is going on?
The one that probably could speak Elvish got killed.
A war. All hands on deck. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and break the concentration on that Spirit Guardian spell.
Okay.
That's why I was asking whether or not we're still going to be fighting.
Just immediately slay her. She composes herself a little bit and she says, "I'm sorry. It just took me a very long time to animate those, and I was." And she's just rubbing her forehead. And she's like, they put me out here to guard the forest, and I'm just trying to do the best I can. And it's like every time I try to get ahead and try to get things figured out, something like this happens. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take it out on you all. She looks you over and sees that you've been bloodied a little bit, and she's like,
a little.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're wearing armor. It's not like she's going around like looking up your skirts and shit like that. It's like, hey, oh shit, that thing hit you. Damn, that was a good hit. No, I mean it's so she looks you over very quickly and she says, again, I am very sorry. Please, would you mind? My ranger camp is not that far away from here, and I would love for you to come back and I would be more than happy to. I do have healing herbs and magics that we can use. This is my fault, and I am very sorry. And she whistles, and as she does, this horse comes trotting up the road towards her, and she grabs its reins and she vaults herself into the saddle. And so what are you all planning on doing? Are you going with her, or are you...
Answer what it says. You never answered me.
I'm sorry, you were...
She's asking what the sign says.
Oh, okay. It says... What the runes say is that it all you had to do is say the words in Elvish, "Let us pass, forest friends."
Really write that in common.
Really write that in common.
Well, you gotta think, this is a young... you don't really think that she's really a ranger. You're kind of thinking, because of the magics used for this, you're thinking that she's probably a druid. And maybe not the best type of druid. She's not a really good druid.
I need one of those little spell things that make me immediately know Elvish.
Babblefish?
What?
A babblefish.
A babblefish.
Sure.
And put it in your ear?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay.
That would have been really helpful to know.
I'm going to use an insight check on her. Make sure she's not some sort of boogie-woogie man in disguise again.
Okay.
Yeah, you've already been poisoned once enough.
That is true.
24.
Oh no, I lost my... What is it? I lost my chat. Sorry, folks. Hold on one moment. We shall fix it. Trust me. Somewhere. How did I do that? Why did I do that? Hold on one moment while we fix the Roll20 chat. And hopefully we will be able to get it back for you very, very quickly. Okay. So, okay, here we go. We're getting it. Do not fret. It will be back momentarily. One of those things. Aha! And there it is. Once again, it has made its debut. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to just drop that back over there for you folks. Okay, so Insight 24. Yeah, you you get a really good feeling that, yeah, she is actually genuine. And as you are talking with her and kind of getting a bead on where she's at, you're thinking that maybe she is one of those types of people who tries really, really, really hard at something, but when she comes up short, she beats herself up really good about it. And you're kind of thinking that she's probably going to fall all over herself just to try to make you guys feel better about what had transpired, and sort of like that. So that's what you get from her. So you all, are you going to travel with her to her encampment?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So you travel about a half mile up the road on your horses when you take a small side. It almost kind of looks like a sort of a wild animal or maybe a deer trail. And once you take that deer trail, you go probably about 500 yards into the forest, and there you find it's not really an encampment as much as it looks to be a wooden tower, and the outside is cleared away. You do see that she has other of these tree type creatures, these wood woads, are walking around the outside of it, but they don't seem to pay you any mind at all once you approach. And she dismounts and she ties her horse to one of the hitching posts that is made of vines and split wood by the door. And she grabs the reins for you all and ties up your horses for you, and makes sure to to aid you in getting down if you need. And she says, again, I am so very sorry. Please come inside. And I have some salves and some healing herbs that I can apply. And as you walk in, you realize that this is actually a pretty good sized location. It's a really nice tower, and it has a sort of a ladder step system that goes all the way up to an observation point on the very top of the tower. So and as you look up, you can actually see that the tower pierces the canopy, and you can see light coming streaming through the top of this tower. Actual sunlight, something you haven't seen in a while. There are birds that have taken up roost inside, and you also see some other forest animals around, things like raccoons and possums. Small mice and field mice and things like that have every once in a while scurry from little corners in the tower. You see a long table with wooden chairs, and she beckons you to take a seat while there's a sort of an open kitchen that she is working in that you can see her in. And she starts to pour drinks for you from a large crystal carafe. And she brings it over to you, and she also pours one for herself. And she says, drink this first. I know that this will definitely help you. And she takes a big old gulp of hers, and she sort of falls back in her chair, and it's like, I'm sure you all understand how hard it is, you want to do the best you can, and you try your hardest, but it seems that every time something weird happens, I know I should have put it in common. It would have been helpful, but I was in a hurry. And are you going to take part in the drink?
Yeah, I'll drink some.
Sure.
Okay. So as soon as you do, you feel this rush of energy sort of pulse through you, through both of you. And you both receive 5 points of healing from this this drink.
Woo.
Yeah, so you actually get 5 points back. She says, "Well, so you are diplomats. This why so far west? That it doesn't. You said you're heading to the front. I mean, why would they send diplomats to the front?"
We are emissaries bringing word to the northeast.
Oh,
To the north.
to the wood elves to the north? I don't know how
Correct.
helpful they will actually be. I don't think there's actually a regent there. Maybe the gnomes. Maybe the gnomes in Gildenhand. They
Well,
may be
it'll
able
be
to
much
help.
better than the hands we were dealt at trying to think of the name of the place that robbed us.
Amarillo?
Yeah, Apton Real.
Apton Real. She says, so you were in Amarillo. Is that where you started your adventure?
This leg of it, yes.
Oh my. So you're diplomats. Did you get to meet the queen?
Yes.
The one in
She
Amarillo.
wasn't very happy with us. There was a scuffle in town, which ended up in us being exiled and all of our valuables taken.
Okay, so
No, just our coin.
okay,
Not our valuables, just our coin.
just your coin.
Oh,
She says,
them's pretty valuable.
so you're diplomats. You got in trouble. You were kicked out of the city, and now you wander the forests penniless.
Sounds about right.
You're a strange lot.
How many mouse folk have you ran into?
Actually, you're the second one I've ran into in 10 years. Usually, I didn't think mouse folks, they didn't venture so far from their homes in the north.
Oh, that's a long story. I was a pirate.
She is like astonished by your admission. She's like, "Wait, a mouseful okay, that you come from a landlocked place. Why in the what? How did you find your way to the sea? That's insane." She's actually like on, like this, waiting for you to tell her more.
Well, it all started from stories, and I was born near the Bernil Forest, and I didn't get along with a lot of people. And I used to hang out with our town wise man, I guess is what you guys would call him. And I would read lots of books. And one day I just decided I needed more, and I took took a walk and ended up near a port, and I unintentionally ended up with some pirates. But
So she looks at you
I
for a
was
minute and she says, "Okay, now did you willingly join them or were you shanghaied?"
um I was a stowaway that got caught.
Wow, what an
Um,
interesting life.
claimed that I was a healer, and ended up becoming a healer to cover my ass. And a lot of have you ever heard of Captain Blackbard?
She kind of looks at you and says, "I'm sorry. I'm from this region. I've never actually seen the ocean. Never been into anywhere even close to a port. So I'm sorry."
That's right. He's real well known in the areas where he spent most of his days.
Everything.
And yeah, well, he died, and I jumped ship after that, and ended up here.
Amazing. And so she looks at you, Athena, and says, and I noticed as you were fighting my woodwoads, the last woodwoad there, that you are not what you even appear to be.
No.
And also of also very few words, obviously. She just she
Yeah.
kind of chuckles at that as she refills your glasses. And if you,
I'm just a shifter, so I get a little bit wolfy sometimes.
interesting. Now I have met others of your type in the forest, so I was kind of wondering. So if you partake in the drink again, you will receive another 3 hit points of restoration.
I'm gonna go ahead and use cure wounds at the 3rd level on Athena.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling this sipping and shit's not gonna catch her up real quick. So there's 12.
Very nice.
And as a bonus action, I'll use healing word on myself as a level 2.
So as you're doing this and you're performing your magics, she said, the druid says, "I am so sorry. I didn't introduce myself." I said, "My name is Willow Moontear, and you are."
Athena?
Okay.
Athena. I am Sir Apton.
Oh. Sir Athena. Oh, Lady Athena.
He said, "Well, I am absolutely thrilled to make your acquaintance, and I'm very sorry about the problem with the gate." He said, "So where are you actually heading to? I mean, what is your next stop?"
Ska.
I think this Talaska.
Okay, so she says, "Okay, that's
I think that's it.
that's not too much further up the road." And so you're so you're going past the Beastman Forest, and you're actually heading to the place of the Wood Elves, or are you headed? Where are you actually? I mean, what is your final destination, if I may ask? I know that you're diplomats, and you may not be able to tell me.
The grave, as most everybody is.
She finds that kind of disturbing, and yet she understands.
What, bitch? I'm a cleric.
She says, "Well, I think I have
Without.
I think I have an idea for you that may actually help you in your journey. And I'm kind of glad that you ran into me because I think I can shorten your trip a little bit."
How so?
Well, luckily for us, I have the ability to tree stride. Have you heard of this?
Nope.
Yes, I have.
Okay, so what tree stride does is that it allows me to use
I rolled
trees
an arcane
that
20.
are of the same species, like pines or oaks, as long as they are just as big as I am. I can use them to sort of teleport myself between trees, and I could actually take you with me, and we could stride our way amongst the trees to your destination.
Interesting.
Said,
That would be.
unfortunately, I can only take you as far to the north as the Gnome Hills, but I can at least, if you wish to, I can drop you off in Talaska, or I could take you as far as Gildenhand.
Did we have anything we actually had to do in Alaska?
No,
Alaska.
it was just another stopping point.
Oh my God. Is that actually how that's spelled? Alaska?
No, it's T. Is that not T?
Talaska.
T.
Oh, it's T Alaska. Um, I mean, if you don't mind dropping us off at Gildan, that definitely make our trip a lot faster since we have become so short um, handed.
She says, yes, it definitely looks as though you are in a pretty bad predicament. Traveling by yourself in a strange land, in a strange forest that is full of all types of interesting creatures, some quite deadly. She says, okay, said, I will prepare the spell. It will take a day for me to do so. So if you would like to make yourself comfortable, I do have some animal pelts and furs you can wrap yourselves up in and sleep. Of course, I would also love to cook you something for dinner, and we can get on the road the next morning. Or actually, not on the road, but actually in the tree.
Sounds good.
Okay, so she prepares a meal for you, and she continues to talk to you throughout the night and learning about your travels and a little bit about your history and past. And she is, by the time that you all finally get to sleep, you all have had your fill of restorative drinks, healing, and you actually are able to fall asleep knowing that you don't have to worry about any attack from any creatures from outside, as a small contingent of woodwoads are keeping watch outside.
We did kind of take on two of them, so I don't hold much faith in them, but I'll take what I can get.
Well, just thank goodness you didn't have to fight four of them.
Hey, Spirit Guardian still had like at least 10 minutes left on it.
Well, that's good. Okay, so
I want to know who she was actually trying to keep out.
Riff Raff, street rats.
So I got to thinking that if she put the secret to get past them in common, then anybody would be able to walk past them anyway.
yeah.
Or, writing in an Elvish would be the same thing if everybody's expected to understand Elvish walking into the Elven lands.
Exactly. So, like, I don't know that was.
No, they said she was smart, so
That's right.
she must have a high charisma.
Her and Ricky would have really gotten along.
Probably. Yeah, she's not actually unattractive. She just seems to be a little bit dense.
Let me guess, she's blonde.
Yeah, actually she is. But that doesn't mean anything against blonde people.
Where's that?
Just stereotypes fit.
Sometimes stereotypes are true. Just saying. Sometimes.
They're stereotypes for a reason.
Yeah.
And that's how Brian became unaffiliated.
That's, yeah. The next thing I know, I'm like, yeah, I became persona non grata with one sentence. Oh well, damn.
That's all it took.
That's all it takes, man. Nowadays. Alrighty, so yeah, you all take a nice long rest, and you are able to get all of your spell slots and your hit points restored. And the next morning, you are awoken by Willow, and she has set out a breakfast for you, and you can. She is sitting there at the table, kind of waiting for you all to finally rise, and she said, "We're going to have a problem."
It's just some bad gas. Don't hold it against her.
She chuckles a little bit and she says, "I feel really bad about this, but I don't believe, because I don't think I've ever tried this, and I don't think it's even possible. I don't think you're going to be able to bring your horses with you. I'm sorry.
We'll think of it as payment for your help.
She's like, okay. Well, I mean, the least I could do is pay you for the horses. I mean, you have no money.
This is true.
She says, hold on one moment. And she goes up into the tower a little bit, and she comes back in a couple of minutes, and she brings a small box with her, and she opens it up and pulls out 200 gold pieces worth of platinum, and puts it on the table in front of you. And she says, I know it's probably not enough.
How long have you been living in the woods?
For at least 5 years. Is there a problem?
Did inflation go in reverse? I was thinking 500 platinum?
No.
200
gold
platinum
coins.
in 200 platinum.
Worth of
200, yeah, 200 gold pieces worth of platinum.
Isn't it 100? No, it's 10 platinum, 10 gold to a platinum, right? Or
Yeah.
okay, so that's not as much. Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking hundreds. I was like, how much are you giving us for these horses?
Yeah, usually light riding horses, I believe, are 150 gold. But all she can spare is 200.
Platinum.
No, 200
Gold
gold.
pieces
Okay, for some
worth
reason I
of
keep hearing him
platinum.
say. Oh, okay.
Only got
Okay.
platinum.
I'm
Worth
sorry. I kept going like, she's giving us 200 platinum. He's saying 150 each. That's 300. That'd be 2,000 gold. I'm missing something here. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Boy, howdy. I was going to say, this lady's first time.
So, she says, well, if that's good enough, yeah, I'll be more than happy to take your horses, and that will at least get you, hopefully, something. Are you supposed to, so from Gildenhand, I guess you'll find your way to wherever you're heading. That's as furthest north I've ever been, so I couldn't take you any further. I'm sorry.
Fine. And if we need to go on horseback, he'll fit in the saddlebag, so.
Well, at least you have that for you. So she starts to gather some things, a couple of pouches and a sort of a map case for herself. And she says, well, no use hanging around here. May as well go ahead and close up shop here and get you guys on to Gildenhand.
I'm going to ask her, who sent you here to protect this area?
Oh, well, there is a royal guild of druids here in the Vespi, and I am a illustrious member of that. I had passed my my trials, and I was assigned to watch this stretch of road for at least another 50 miles to the north. I'm originally from Talaska.
Are you happy here?
Well, yes, this is my job, and it allows me to practice my magics and also create interesting things and make forest friends. And as she says that, you see a squirrel jump up on her shoulder and start to make some sort of strange noise, and she immediately turns to it and starts to talk in the same language to it. And you're looking at it, you guys look at each other and like, oh, okay, this is That's different.
That's
Okay.
the talent I want.
Yeah. And so the squirrel jumps down and rushes to a knothole near the floor and scurries out of sight. And she looks at you both and she says, "We may need to hurry. My little friend there just told me that there is a storm approaching."
Oh, not another storm.
She says, "Usually they wouldn't
Yeah.
be so concerned, but this one seems to be." And she said, "We should go up into the observation tower to see. Shall we?"
Sure.
Okay, so you all travel up the staircase until you arrive at a large platform that is covered by a wooden roof, and far to the north, you can actually see these rolling black clouds with lightning that is not just white and blue, but it's also red and orange lightning that is lighting up these clouds. And it's, you can see it's very ferocious. It's not, and even Willow looks at it and says, this isn't right. There is something so completely wrong with this storm. Have you seen these before? Because you all kind of look at them, you kind of look at it kind of with a knowing, like, oh Lord, not again.
Where is the storm located?
It is to the north of your all's location, probably over.
Like, go ahead.
She's kind of believing that it is probably more closer to Talaska than Qualiston. As you can see, Qualiston is here. Oh, I need to click on it. Qualiston is here. Talaska is here. So you're thinking it's probably closer to this region. But it is very far away. But being that that's a path that you all are going to be taking through the trees, and having a tree struck by lightning while you're tree striding through it could be quite bad.
Oh.
So
Are we able to tree stride around it?
she's going to try to. She's going to try to make sure that you all are safely go through, but she is still very inquisitive to the knowledge that you have about this storm.
I tell her that we believe it to be ill magic used to try and cause chaos amongst the Flanness.
She looks and says, that is interesting. I will have to converse with some of my other tree friends and forest companions to see if they can find out more. And you hear her whistle, and as she does, this large owl flies into the enclosure here and rests on a perch. And you once again hear her talking in this bird's language, and as soon as she does, its eyes, it blinks quickly twice and takes flight to the north. And she says, well, at least I can have some eyes on it, and we have some sort of communication with it, with my owl friend. So we should be able to make it through these trees pretty quickly, but we need to go now. So,
All right, let's go.
yeah, you all head on back down to the ground floor. You gather up your bags. As you step out the door, you hear Willow speaking in Elvish again to one of the woads, and it as soon as she tells it whatever she tells it, it immediately gathers the reins of the two horses and walks it back to an outbuilding behind the wooden tower. and she walks over to a very large oak tree. And as she does so, she puts her pack down for just a quick moment, and she reaches out and places her hands on the oak tree, and in the language of the forest, she begins to chant. And as she does so, you see that there is. It looks as though the bark is splitting, but as it splits, light is coming through from this void. And she says, quickly, go ahead and start making your way through.
All right. Can't tell her if she's ever in Chindle. Look us up and hop on through.
She says, oh, don't worry, Apton. I'm going to be right behind you. I'm going to have to open up several more trees.
I was going to say, she's coming with us, I think.
I don't know, man. I know what it is, not how it works.
She says, this is your first time, obviously. As you step through, you step into this light. And just as soon as you step in, you step out. And you're in a completely different location with an oak tree behind you that is also split in the same fashion with this light pouring through it. And as soon as you step through and turn to look, you see Athena make her way through the tree, and quickly followed by Willow, who reaches out and once again touches the tree. And I will show you on the map how far you actually went, because you all were, I think you were right here. Yep, you were in this area. And so right now you are outside of Tal Aska. Right here. Not too far off the road. And she says, whew, okay, that's good. But now you can actually hear the storm. And because now you're a lot closer to it. And you actually can feel a breeze whipping through the canopy above you. And she looks at you both very concerned and worried. And she, Willow says, I'm not really too sure how much farther we can go. If we step through this next tree, I am not sure what can occur. I don't want you all to be worried. And I don't want you to be hurt. I've already done enough of that. And she kind of gives you a little chuckle. She said, again, sorry about that. She says, I say that we step into Tal Aska and see about getting an inn for the night. My treat.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so you all start making your way down the road, and you find yourself on the outside of Tal Aska, which is actually it's not even really a gated, it's not even a walled city. It's actually just a small village. And as you walk into it, you see it's primarily or mostly elves here. And most of the signage you see on doors or hanging is in Elvish, so it doesn't help you any. And she finds a little inn and tavern not too far inside of this little town. She says, "Hold on one moment. I'll go in, make sure to make sure everything will be fine as far as lodgings, and I'll be right back." And as you're standing outside, you see the wind is picking up, and it hasn't started raining yet, but you can definitely see that the storm is heading your way. And just a few moments pass, and she sticks her head out the door and she says, "They have room. Let's go." And so she opens the door and you all step in. And this is very similar to a lot of the other taverns that you've been in, but you notice immediately that it's a little bit different in that it is not the type of building in a human settlement, which is usually hewn wood or milled wood and things of that nature. This is actually a part of, it used to be maybe a gigantic root system with a trunk of an ancient tree that had been cut down probably millennia before, or had fallen. And so as you're looking at it, everything is of natural wood, and it's been highly polished and lacquered. And so it actually it's very beautiful. The light sources in here are not of heat production. They are magical. It's magical lighting. So you don't have to worry about a fire. And every once in a while you do see that they have concocted some sort of chemical in these pots that are nearby that actually produce heat, but they do not produce flame. And it's actually very cozy and very warm. And she says, well, we have rooms, so we can go up and take a look, or we can stay here and it's still very early. We've only really been on the road, 10 minutes tops? I know. So I'm sure we're still full from breakfast, but this would probably be the best place to hide out until the storm passes.
Good to me.
Okay. So you all hang out there for a little bit. Every once in a while, people will come in, elves, and chat amongst themselves. Some are gathering, are having breakfast there, and you don't really pay them much mind as Willow helps you pass the time. They have games and like board games like chess and checkers and things out, and she immediately strikes up a couple of games with you all, and just to try to pass the time. And
would she be able to teach us some words in Elvish?
Yeah, if you ask her, she will definitely try to aid you in your Elvish language learning. Probably just about as good as if you were trying to learn it from Duolingo.
Oh, so I'll spend about 2 weeks working on it and then give up and go on to another language.
Yeah, there you go.
So I know how to say a bunch of shit in like 4 different languages, but not carry on a conversation in any of them.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, but at least you only are going to be doing this for, a couple of hours. So at least you're able to learn a little bit of, you're able to learn like how to say hello and good day and good morning and and ask how much things are. And she teaches you a little bit about, what gold is called, what platinum is called. And so after, she produces some papers so you can write all these things down, sort of like a cheat sheet. And so she helps you with pronunciation. And she says, well, as long as, we're together, I will try to, would you like for me to just primarily speak in Elvish and help you along with it?
Whatever you could do to make me learn it.
She says, I think
es un baño.
Well, I'm not that bad.
That's how my Elvish is gonna sound.
Yeah. Pretty bad, right? Oh my gosh.
You're mispronouncing it, but I understand kind of what you're trying to ask me.
Right. So by the time you get done with her this morning and afternoon, you're not able to carry on conversations, but you are able to understand certain questions and how to answer them. Like I said, very basic Elvish language. I would say in the future, if you are ever looking at something in Elvish, you will have at least a 10% chance to be able to sound it out correctly. You may not understand it, but you definitely know the alphabet and you know how the pronunciation goes. And you would also have at least another 10% of being able to understand or be able to recognize words within it. Okay? Of course, it may take a little bit more time, Unless you run into some mage that is able to, put the chip in your head, sort of like the
Mages
Matrix.
can do that?
No. Go find a mage to put a chip in your head. That's kind of scary. Okay. Alrighty. So.
Mages don't have spells that they could say booyah, now you know the language.
Well, they may be able to produce some sort of magical item that you would be able to wear that would help you comprehend languages.
I like that.
Yeah. So, but you would have to find a pretty powerful mage to be able to, or wizard to be able to pull that sort of, or even a sorcerer. Probably those would work.
Maybe by the time we get back to Chindle,
Maybe
Armos will know how.
Yeah, maybe Armos would be able to aid you in that ability. All right, so very cool. Okay. Oh man. So, you all spend another restful evening here at this inn, but as it starts to get closer to dark, the storm hits, and as it does, it literally shakes the ground with the sound of thunder, and the lightning flashes through the windows and keeps you a little on edge until a little bit later when you hear a knock on your door.
Are we in our separate bedrooms?
Yeah,
or
you have separate rooms.
So whose door is getting knocked on?
Well, the first one is Apton.
Okay.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Thinking very highly of yourself.
I will go ahead and answer out.
Okay.
I'm the only one cleric. I'm gonna answer out. Who goes there?
Okay, so you hear Willow on the other side. Said, Sir Apton, I have some...
Oh God, she wants some cleric meat.
Wait, what?
She wants some cleric meat.
I don't think she wants any cleric meat. So,
Got a little
You're
mouse folk in you?
you're a mouse folk.
You got a little mouse folk in you? Want some?
You're sick. So as you open the door and you see her, she hands you this little vial of green liquid, and she says, if you're having problems sleeping, this will definitely help. And she hands you this vial. And she says, good night. And then she proceeds across the hallway to Athena's room, and you hear her knock on the door.
Because I don't know it's her, I want to check my Helenta dagger to see what color it is.
It is not glowing. It is the same regular color. And as you pull it and look at it, you hear Helenta in your head. And she says, we're not in the same place we were before. Is everything okay?
Oh yes, we've just done so much traveling.
She said, yes, it's been a while since you've pulled me in anger, so I was kind of wondering if everything was okay. Usually I'm one of your go-tos.
I've actually...
Oh God, is she jealous that she's using the greatsword now?
We've not been attacked by, like, magical, like... I don't know what to say.
By evil.
By, like, shadows or stuff.
She says,
It's mostly been, like, corporeal entities that we've been able to handle.
She continues, she said, well, that's good. That's great that you've been so fortunate not to have ran into any more of those dark beings. So she says, well, it sounds like you have a knock at the door.
Oh, yes.
So you sheathe the Helenta dagger one more time, and you head to the door.
And I'll answer it.
Okay.
Hello?
And she says, Lady Athena, it is Willow. And she says, if you're having trouble sleeping, you might want to try this. And she hands you this little tiny vial full of green liquid. And she wishes you a good night, and she turns on her heel and starts to make her way back towards her room.
These are the drugs people were telling me they'd give me when I was in high school. Here's
Well,
some Ambien.
she's been really nice, but I don't trust something that's going to make me sleep. Because I know this storm might cause something that might need me to wake up.
Okay. So you do you pocket it?
Yeah, I'll pocket it for maybe somebody else or later. But
Okay. What about you, Apton?
Oh, I'm pocketing it.
Okay. So very good. So I need both of you all to make Constitution saving throws.
The hell? Doesn't again no Constitution.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you both do very poorly and do not get a very good night's sleep. And so you toss and turn with every crash of thunder and every bright flash of lightning. And you end up having not a very restful night, but at least you don't have to worry about long rests.
Can I argue for advantage on this roll since I was a pirate on a ship? I'm sure we've sailed through plenty of storms.
Let's see. But you've never sailed through a storm like this one.
Oh, okay. It's rocking my world.
It's rocking your world.
cause bad things, so I'm kind of like expecting something, so I know I wouldn't get to like sleep.
Right. Okay.
I have faith in Cord to protect me.
Okay. Well.
Start people with handshakes.
Well, I think this is a good enough place to stop for the evening. Let's. You know what we forgot to do at the very beginning?
Thank Anna B. Meyer.
We forgot to thank. You're right. We forgot to thank Anna B. Meyer for her beautiful maps that she produces online and at her website, and all the work that she does on these beautiful, beautiful maps. We did not get a chance to. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, also talked about her Patreon. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So yeah, make sure you get a chance to check out Anna B. Meyer's website. That is annabmeyer.com. Also, drop by her Patreon page if you feel so inclined to, and drop some coin upon her. And you will get updates on new projects. I have done so, and I get emails almost weekly. And I also know when her Twitch schedule is, because she does have a Twitch channel. And she talks about all the cool stuff she does. So make sure you visit annabmeyer.com for more information. I'd like to thank everybody in chat this evening. Thank you all very much for hanging out. And I saw that we had a few people. Also saw some names that I have not seen before. So thank you very much for dropping by and saying hello. And even if you didn't say hello, it's okay. We know sometimes you may be a little shy, and that's okay. We don't want to cause any undue stress, do we? Do we?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Of course we do.
All the stress, all the time. Yeah, so.
Playing Phasma with you.
Yeah, we play. Yeah, come and play Phasma with us and see what shenanigans we get up to. Yeah, also make sure. Shane, make sure that you give a shout out to yourself.
I'm not allowed to.
Wait, what? Wait, you should be able to.
You can't give yourself a shout out.
You're shitting me. I'm sorry, folks. Well, then you know what? I
tried doing it the first time
I
we
will do
were
it.
streaming and you had Moobot.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't give yourself a shout out. I'm like, aw.
Can you believe that? They should be. I mean, he's a moderator on my channel. He should be able to give his own shout out. Can you believe that crap? Did I spell it wrong? Why is it not working? Right. There it goes. Yeah, so make sure you head over to Rishiku's and check out his stream. they do a lot of Phasmophobia, and they do. Do you guys do some other stuff too? Don't you not?
I've actually been doing Phasmophobia, but Battlefield 2042 is supposed to be coming out in the next week or two, so
Ooh.
Ricky and I will probably be playing that.
Very nice. Okay, that sounds cool. So yeah, make sure to check out Rishiku's site. Make sure to check out that stream. I will be streaming again on Wednesday evening and Friday evening. This Wednesday, be doing a Phasmophobia with friends and family. I don't know who's going to show up. It's going to be a first come first serve. If Shane and Christy get there before anybody else, then they're in. If we have an open spot, people are welcome to jump in. It's a shame that they only have 4 spots. I wish they had 5, because then we would have a full crew of crazy people. But then, of course, I would probably be wishing for a 6th. You know how it is.
Well, there is a mod to get up to 8 people.
Holy crap, really?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody would have to have that mod, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it would not surprise me. Oh my gosh, did we get a follow? It looked like a follow. All right, well, thank you so much. But yeah, so we are going to be playing Phasmophobia on Wednesday. I'll also be playing Phasmophobia on Friday. Oh, that's Bernadarch? Okay, thank you, and welcome to the Syndicate. Welcome to the Syndicate. So we'll be playing on Friday. This Friday is going to be kind of special because I'm thinking about playing for a long period of time, not just a short period. So we're going to be kicking off about 6 o'clock. So, okay. So you were just watching In the Circle and Mighty Blue Goblin play Phasmo. Yeah. You should definitely, if you get a chance, get the game. That's all I can say. I love it when people jump in the chat, especially here at the end, and we can chat with them. Also, if you happen to be on and you know who Within the Circle and Mighty Blue Goblin are, super nice folks. They play D&D and they stream it, so make sure to check them out as well. So yeah, Friday night we're going to be playing. Saturday morning and Sunday mornings are my regular chat days, and I'm going to be playing New World on both of those days. So if you happen to be a New World fan, they spoke highly of you. Oh, thank you. Wow, that is great. See, we're making friends. Do you know that this stream has over 80? I think it's got 81 followers now. I know, right?
Nice.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts. It's awesome though. So we'll be doing chats on Saturday and Sunday mornings, playing New World, and then of course we will be back here playing Dungeons and Dragons next weekend on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be introducing maybe some new players next week. Keep our fingers crossed.
Torture some other people.
That's right. So yeah. So thank you all again for hanging out with us this evening, and thank you, Shane and Christy, for being my wonderful players and putting up with my shenanigans.
Well, we try.
It's a Herculean effort that they have to do every week. Oh my gosh, I wish we had a little bit of time. I finished a campaign yesterday, an in-person campaign that's been going on for a year. And oh my gosh, I got flipped off twice.
How many people did you kill off?
I didn't kill off anybody, but the final boss was an absolute nightmare. And yeah. I received.
That's what it's all for.
I received a few birds yesterday, and I'm like, okay, then my job is complete. I made my players so angry with me that they flipped me off. Oh my gosh, that was great. Alrighty. Okay, folks. Well, it looks like we're closing up shop. Thank you again. So, yeah. Yes, thanks again. And we will catch you later. Bye.
Have a good night. This episode is sponsored by Roundup. Kill them.